Hello everyone. Today I am going to explain what is polymorphism in Java and types of polymorphism with the example. So first, what is polymorphism? Polymorphism means one name many forms. That means many functions existed with the same name, but the implementation of method is different from one class to another class or one method to another method. In Java, we have a two types of polymorphism. One is compile time polymorphism, another one is runtime polymorphism. So what is compile time polymorphism? Compile time polymorphism means methods are binding with an object at compile time is called compile time polymorphism. So the best example is method overloading. So what is runtime polymorphism? Runtime polymorphism means methods are binding with an object at runtime is called runtime polymorphism. The best example is method overriding. Now I am going to show you the example of compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. Just to go to Eclipse. So here this is my project Java Basics. Under this project we have a folder called SRC. Under SRC folder we have a package called con.java.java basics. I am going to create the class called overloading. So this is my class name. Just I am selecting the main method. Select the finish button. Now class is created. Just remove the comments. Here in this class I am going to write a add method. Here I want to add two integers, int a, int b. Now I am going to add these two integers a plus b. So here I am printing the system.out.println c return c. So here we can observe, here I am using add method to add two integers. Now I am going to write a one more add method to add two float numbers, float a comma float b. So here float c equal to a plus b. I am going to print c value. I am writing the return method return c. So here we can see I am using add method to add two float numbers. So this is nothing but a method overloading. So if you want overload any method, we can overload the method within the same class. But in case of method overriding, we have a parent and child relationship. So here I am going to add three integers. So into a comma into b comma into c. Here I am adding three integers into d equal to a plus b plus c. So I am going to print the system.out.println d. I am returning the d value. Return d. So now I am going to create the object of overloading method. Overloading class object equal to new overloading. So here I am going to call the first to add method. So here I am adding two integers. I am passing the 10 and 20. So the output should be here 30. So next I am going to call the float add method. So here I am passing 30, 40. So float, because of float I am passing the 30f, 40f. So here the output should be 70.0, it should come. So I am going to call the this add method. So here we have to pass the three numbers 10, 20 and I'm passing the 30. So here we could see that output as 60. Now I am going to run the program, run as Java application. Here we could see, so first I am adding two integers, I am passing 10 and 20, the output should be 30. So here we can see 30 is the output, and second I am passing the, I am using the add method of floats. So here I am passing two float number 30 and 40. Here we can see the 70.0. So this is the float add method. Here it is calling. Now I am passing the three integer number 10, 20, 30. So here we can see the 60 as output. So if you see here, we can say that here we are using the method overloading. So if you want to overload any method, we can overload the same method within the same class. So in the same class I'm adding the, here I'm adding two integers, here I'm adding two floats, here I'm adding three integers. So we can say that, so the number of parameters are different. So here we are using two integers, here we are using three integers. So our type of the parameters also is different. So here I am passing the float numbers, here I am passing the integer numbers. So the return type also is different from one method to another method. So this is nothing but a method overloading. Now I am going to show you the method overriding. Now I am going to show you method overriding. Just to create the one class, I am going to create the class. So account is my parent class. So this is my class. In this I am going to write a one method, rate of interest. So rate of interest, here I am writing the implementation %. In this parent class I am implementing the rate of interest method. The implementation is rate of interest is 10%. I am going to create a child class. So if you want override any method, we have a parent and child class relationship. Here I am writing saving account. So here I am taking the main method, just click on finish. So just remove the comments. Here extend the parent class account. So now I am going to override the parent class. So this method I am going to override. This method I am going to override in my child class. So in this child class I am going to override rate of interest method. So I am writing the implementation here. Rate of interest is 20%. So you can say that in parent class the rate of interest is 10%. Here the child class rate of interest is 20%. So we can say that the method name is same, but the implementation is different from one class to another class. Now I am going to create the object. So through parent class I am going to create the object of child class. So here I am creating the child class object through parent class. So this is nothing but a method overriding. So object dot rate of interest. So here I am going to execute the program run as Java application. So here we can see the rate of interest is 20%. That means we are calling the child class rate of interest method. So here we can see object dot rate of interest. So through parent class we are creating the child class object dot method name. That means the methods are binding with an object at runtime. This is nothing but a runtime polymorphism. If you want call the parent class method, just to create the object of parent class equal to new account. So acc dot rate of interest. So here we can see the parent class rate of interest also is calling. So in this first rate of interest is 20%. That means here it is calling the child class rate of interest method, then it is calling the parent class child method. Now we can see rate of interest is 20. This is the child class rate of interest method is calling. Rate of interest is 10. So here we are calling the parent class rate of interest method. So here we can see the different between the method overloading and method overriding. So in method overloading, we are overloading the method within the class only. So here we can observe add method we are implementing within the class, we are overloading. But if you see the overriding, so if you want to override the any method, we have a child and parent class relationship. So in the child class we are overriding the parent class method, and through parent class we are creating the child class object. Through child class object we are calling the rate of interest method of child class. Here we are getting the output of child class implementation. So this is nothing but a method overriding. So friends, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching this video.